All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Trinity Prep Saints versus Orangewood Rams. I'm Brayden Kells, and I will be your commentator this evening. Starting line for Trinity Prep: number 0, Forrest Venable; number 3, Sagers Williams; number 5, Jacob Cohen; number 10, Jacob Skiensberg; and number 32, Joseph McCall. For Orangewood, we have number 20, Jalen Osborne; number 33, Andreas B.; number 12, Mason Lim; number 15, Tyler Thompson; and number 22, Robert Trace. Let's get to the game. All right. Orangewood wins the faceoff. Never mind. Sagers taking it back the other way, looking for Jake. Sagers makes a layup. 2 points for the Saints. All right, now going back the other way. We have, number 15 blocked. They're going to call that low for Orangewood. Number 15 there, Tyler Thompson, blocked on the layup by Sagers, I believe, or Forrest. All right, now he will get 2 free throws. Student section in Trinity Prep trying to make some noise, throw him off his game. The varsity team watching. Number 15 shoots a shot. Goes in. 2-1 for the Saints. They'll get one more attempt. Saints sub in a little bit. Tyler Thompson back to take the second shot. Again, the student section trying to make some noise for the distraction. He shoots, and he misses the second one. That will be recovered by Saints. Throw back into bounds. Forrest Venable catches that across. Sagers now going back down the court. Sagers looking for something. Step back. Great coverage. Jacob trying to make something happen. Looking. Pass to Jake. A little hot on the pass there. That's going to go out. It will be Saints ball, though. All right, here we go. We now have Jake again with the ball. Defense and offense trying to set up coverage. Jake's looking for someone. Not really sure where to go. Pass it all the way across to Sagers. Nice pass there. Sagers trying to set up a play now. No shot clock this evening, folks. Jacob now trying to make something happen. Pass it to Jake. Jake steps in. Pass it to Joe. Joe trying to make something happen. Heavy coverage by number 22, Ryder. Pass it back to Jacob. Jacob shoots, misses it. Caught by the Rams. Now it's going the other way. Now we have. Which one have we? Now we have. Go the other way. All right. Now it'll be some Orangewood ball. Here we go. Number 20 from Orangewood, Jalen Osborne to take the ball here. Be number 15 now. Blocked again. I believe they're going to call it. He'll get another 2 free shots. Yep. All right, here we go now. Back again. 6:52 left in the first. Saints up 2-1. Here we go. Ryder Thompson. Ryder Thompson shoots. Misses. Here we go. Going again. Gets another attempt. Getting ready. Dribbles. Student section making some noise once again. Dribble shoots, and he sinks the second attempt. 2-2. Tied with 6:51. Sagers trying to make something happen. Now number 33, Andreas, making a great coverage against Sagers. Pass it back to Jake. Jake looking back to Jacob. Jacob now to Forrest. Forrest looking and shoots the 2 points. Misses it. That is recovered by number 15, Ryder again, and we will see a lot of him tonight. Number 20, Jalen Osborne now going down the field. Back to number 33, Andreas. Andreas looks, passes back to number 12. Mason trying to make something happen here. Mason steps in the paint. Heavy coverage by the Saints. The ball comes out there. It'll go out of bounds. That'll be Saints ball now. Going the other way. Here we go now. We will have Jacob. Jacob Cohen back to take the ball. Jacob takes the ball, looking for something to happen. Passes to Sagers. Sagers trying to set up a play. Sagers goes down. Sagers down the court. Back to Jacob. Jacob trying to make something happen. Looking for Jake. Trying to see a heavy coverage there by the defense. Forrest, again, fumbles that pass, but is able to recover and pass it to Jacob. Joe going across the court trying to make something happen. Back to Jake. Jake steps in. Joe with the layup. And he missed. And he makes the layup. What a nice shot there by Joe. Now going the other way. Orangewood ball we have. Back all the way down. Wide open Ryder. Now in coverage. Back to him. That's number 20. Number 20, Jalen. No, that's back to Andreas. Andreas trying to make something happen. Andreas. A little stiff arm there. Number 22 now. Number Ryder trying to make something happen. 12. Again, trying to make something happen here. Mason. Looking heavy coverage by Sagers. Ooh, down the court, bad pass. Only thrown straight into Jake's face. That'll be Saints ball now. I'm going the other way. Here we go. Jacob to take the ball. Jacob looking for Sagers. Passes to Sagers. Now Sagers trying to make something happen. His typical target, Jacob. That means, sorry, not Jacob. Jake. Trying to make something happen here. Oh, back now Jacob from the three. Misses the three. We push out of bounds, and that will be Saints ball once again. Great play there by the Saints. Trying to make something happen after last week's loss to the Masters Academy Eagles. All right, here we go now. Jacob trying to make something happen to Sagers from the three-point line. Shoots it. Misses the 3 points. Rebound caught by the Saints. Jacob. Rebound thrown back into bounds. Jake catches that. Back to Forrest. Back to Joe. Joe steps in. Shoots the rebound. Makes the 2 points for the layup. Nice play there by Joseph McCown. Now going the other way. Number 33. Number 33, Andreas. Now back to number 20, Jalen. Jalen trying to make something happen. Now to 12, Mason. Mason looking. Passes to. That pass is intercepted by Forrest. Starting back into bounds. Hit off of Forrest. Going out of bounds. I believe it will be, Orangewood ball. Number 33, Andre is back to take the ball for the Rams. Passes it to Ryder. Back to Mason. Mason looking to Jalen. Jalen back to Andreas. Andreas misses the 3-point cover by Jake. Now going the other way. Pass down the court. One man to beat. Shoots the layup. Scores a layup. Saints now lead 8-2 against the Rams. In the first period with 4 minutes left. Quick timeout there called by the Rams head coach trying to get their defense together. All right, we'll step away for an ad break. Thank you so much. I am Brayden. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now back early, actually now halfway through the first quarter after that timeout called by the Rams, trying to get their defense and offense together. They will have now possession. Number 20, Jalen now takes the ball, going on court, back to Andreas. Andreas trying to make something happen, looking, pass it to Skylar. Ooh, number 10 shoots. Gonna shoot. That's gonna be called though. That'll be Saints ball again. That was Dylan Surfman. Jacob looks to Jake. Pass it to Jake. Now Jake going down the field. Start the court. Jake trying to make something happen. Pass it back to Sagers. Now to Joe from the 3-point line. Joe fakes it. Back to Sagers. Sagers looking to Jake. Jake trying to cut into the paint. Heavy coverage up by the Rams. Impressive. Back to Sagers. Joe shoots from the 2-point. Misses that. All right, now it's going the other way. Number 20, Jalen down the court. Quick on the feet. Shoots that. He misses. That's going to be called, though. That will be 2 shots for the Rams. Here we go. Subbing out for the, subbing out Sagers for Carson Wiener. Number 20, Jalen Osborne will have 2 shots now. Try to make something happen. Shoots the first one. Sinks it. 8-3. Saints lead. Carson Wiener coming in for Forrest Venable. Here we go. Back to shoot another shot. A little noise from the fans. Not much, though. He's getting ready. Shoots. Misses the second one. That's recovered by Justin McCow. Now have Saints ball. Passes to Sagers. Trying to set up a play. Back to Jake. Jake shoots it. Misses it off the backboard. The 3-point. Sagers now stepping in. Oop. Passes to Joe. Joe shoots a 2-pointer. Makes the 2 points. Saints now lead 10-3 with 3:30 remaining in the first quarter. All right, now back to Jalen. Jalen down to Ryder. Ryder back to Andreas. Andreas trying to make something happen. Stepping in the paint. Heavy coverage by the Saints. Trying to get the ball. That'll be a travel. That will be, jump ball. I believe that'll be Saints ball as we start here. Yep. Now to number 5, Jacob. Jacob Cohen to take the ball. Actually, no. Sorry, number 20 from Orangewood, Jalen to take the ball there. Back to Tyler, sorry. That's Andres. Oh, back to Jalen. Shoots from the 3-point. Wow. What an impressive shot there from the 3 points. Makes the lead a little bit more doable. Leads 10-6 now. Saints. Sagers now looking. Trying to make something happen. Pass to Jacob. Jacob steps into the paint. Heavy coverage. Carson. Back to Jacob. Shoots at the 3-point line. Misses the 3 points. That'll be thrown back into the bounds. However, it will be Saints ball. Too late there to throw it back into the bounds. Saints now, we're off to a hot start. We're starting to slowly fizzle now. All right, now Jake passes it all the way across to Sagers for the 3-point. Misses the 3-point off the rim. Luckily recovered by the Saints. Now Jacob looking, heavy coverage. Passes back to Sagers, steps in the paint. Shoots from the 2-point, misses that. That'll be recovered by the Saints again. Joseph McCow on that. Misses the 2-point, shoots the 2-point again. Now he makes the second point, the 2 points. However, I believe that's going to be called. And the Saints will once again get the chance at another 1 point. Another point. Here we go. Joseph McCow to make the 1 point. No subs. Joseph. Getting ready. Benzinese. Shoots it, makes a point. Saints now lead. I believe that is 13-6. Now back to Andreas. Andreas looking down the court. No coverage, actually. Back to Jalen. Jalen trying to make something happen. Jalen steps in, steps back. Heavy coverage by Jake. Sagers now. Back to Jake. That's number 22, right? Oh, Skylar. Tyler misses that. All right, I'll be Saints ball. Jacob with the ball now. Here we go. Jacob will now take the ball. Gives it to Sagers, going the other way. Here you go now. We got Sagers trying to set up a play. Not much looking. Passes to Jacob. Shoots from the 3-point line. Misses that by a mile. Here we go now. That'll be a white ball, I believe. However, they're gonna. Yep, I'll be. Oh, yeah, that'll be a white ball. Back to Sagers. Sagers pass back to Jacob. Jacob to Carson. Carson to Sagers. Sagers is back to Jacob. That'll be pushed out of bounds. Now will be Orangewood's ball. Now, Andreas back to take the ball for Orangewood. Down 6-13. Doable with basically 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. However, the Saints JV team's looking for a win after their loss last week. Now that is number 20, Jalen Osborne, to take that with his usual target pass. Andreas right next to him. Now Jalen looking. Not much open for Jalen. Pass it to number 10. That is Dylan. Now back to number 22. That is Ryler. Now back to Jalen. Jalen back to Dylan. Dylan looking back to Andreas. Andreas stepping in. Shoots it. Misses it. That was recovered by Jack Erking for the Saints. Now Jack Erking looking. Pass it to Sagers. Jack now running down the court. Back to Jack now. Now Jack steps in the paint. Passes to Joe. Joe shoots the 2-point, makes the 2 points. It's another 2 points for Joe tonight. Having quite the great night now. Now Orangewood takes the ball again. Number 33, Andreas, you're good. Now number 33, Andreas, back to Jalen. Jalen trying to make something happen. Jalen to, yep. Back to Jalen. What an impressive catch there. Hard catch, but he did indeed catch it, bring it down. Jalen looking for Andreas, pass it to Andreas. Andreas looking for back to, oh, sorry. That was Tyler now. Tyler. Now we're looking for Jalen now. Sagers, heavy defense there. Looking. Pass it to Tyler. Tyler trying to step into the paint. That'll be thrown out of bounds. No good. That'll be Saints ball once again. Saints are already up, 15-6. Almost going to be the end of the first period. Jack Gerke back to take the ball. Pass it to Sagers. Now Sagers taking his time getting down the court with 34 seconds remaining. Sagers to Jack. Jack looks past it to Joe. Joe to Carson. Carson from the 3-point. Misses that. Back to Jake. Jake to Sagers. Sagers from the 3-point. Oh, misses it. Joe tries to make the shot. Misses it. However, got tangled up there by his own teammate, Carson. Andreas going the other way. Andreas trying to make something happen and push out of bounds. However, they're going to call that Orangewood Rams ball. Now we have number 20, Jalen, back there to take the ball for the Rams. Now back to Tyler. Tyler to Dylan. Dylan back to Jalen. Jalen steps in for the 2 points. Makes the 2 points. 2 seconds remaining. 1 second. And that's the end of the first period. All right. I'm Brayden Kells for the Trinity Prep Sports Network, and we will step away. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be stepping back to this game now. Saints lead 15-8 going to the second period. Orangewood late to get on the court. Saints trying to set up their coverage now. Here we go. Trying to get some stats for us. The varsity boys team is off to a rocky start this season, going for 0-4, but now we're back in the game. Typical. Back to Andreas. Yeah, Jalen's typical target of the night now. Now that is, we got number 12 in the game. Mason back to Jalen. Jalen shoots it, sinks the 3. Jake steps in. Jake and by Andreas, not letting him get anywhere near that 3-point line. Now Jack, nice little screen. Mason, heavy coverage by Sagers. Not letting him breathe. That's Andreas. Andreas trying to make something happen. Back to Mason steps in. Back to Jalen looking from the outside of the 3-point. Coverage by Sagers. Now Jacob has him. Out to Tyler. Tyler to number 45, Jackson. Joe's wrapped up on the play. Hold on. Yeah, on the Saints, so Rams will have ball. That's some unhappy fans over that call. All right, Jalen will have the ball. That'll be swatted out of bounds, though, so that will be still orange with the ball. To Big Boy, misses it. Back to Jackson. I'm going to call that again, I believe, on the Saints. Jalen will again take the ball. Or, sorry, no, they will have 2 free shots. Or no, they're subbing in 3 people, my bad. All right. There we go. Enzo, Kawada, and Aiden now subbed into the game. Now Jalen again takes the ball. Pass to Tyler. Tyler back to Andreas. Andreas looking back to Jalen. Jalen from the 3-point. Heavy coverage by Enzo. Enzo on Jalen. Enzo lets Jalen get pass. Misses the point. That's recovered by Forrest. Now going back the other way. Back to Jake. Now to Aiden. Aiden, first time seeing him in the game there. Enzo from the 3-point. Misses a 3-pointer. Gets the rebound by Forrest. Forrest makes the layup now. Saints lead 20-11. Now number 20, Jalen, going the other way for Orangewood. Orangewood now. Jalen possession. Andreas now with the ball. Back to Mason. Mason looking for his big guy, number 45, Jackson. Broken up by Aiden, now going the other way. From the layup, makes the layup. What an impressive shot there by him. Now going the other way with Jalen in possession again. Saints starting to pull away with an 11-point lead. Now with 5:23 remaining in the second period, Now we have back to Jalen. Back to Andreas. Andreas with the ball now. Going in. Heavy coverage by Jake, but he's getting in the paint now. Oh, back to number 45, Jackson. Jackson has intercepted again by Aiden in the Saints. Impressive play there by the young man. Now have Cord trying to make something happen with 5 minutes now remaining in the second period. And Aiden, not much here. Heavy coverage by Jalen. into the paint to Enzo from the three. Misses the three. That was recovered by Mason. Mason with the Jalen. Jalen now hit by Jake, but they're gonna call that. That will be a foul, and that'll be Orangewood's ball. Here we go. 4:47 remaining in the second period. As Jalen Osborne with the ball. Jalen back to Andres. Andres looking. Heavy coverage by the Saints and Aiden especially. Not to Mason. Mason with Jake on him. Jake coverage. Andres from the three-pointer. Shoots the three and makes it. What an impressive shot there by Andreas. First three of the night for him. Now Aiden going the other way. Aiden trying to make something happen at the half court line. Now to Jake. Jake. Oh, as intercepted by Mason. Now going the other way. Enzo on the coverage there. Oh, intercepted again. Deflected. Sorry, intercepted. That was by Carson. Now with Jake in the paint. Shoots the layup. Misses it. That was recovered by the Saints. Forrest shoots the 2 points. Makes the 2 points. We're going to call it 24-14 now. Saints lead. 4 minutes on the clock. Now we got Jalen going in to Andreas. Andreas to Jackson. Jackson. Whoa. Deflected. Back to Jalen. Ball is loose. As recovered by Jake in the open. To Enzo on the layup. Sinks the layup. Saints now lead 26-14 with 3:40 remaining in the second. And now we got Mason passing to Jalen. Jalen up. Going the other way. Half court. Trying to make something happen. Not much for him. It's been a one-man show tonight. Jalen making majority of the points. Mason heavy coverage to Andreas. Andreas coverage by Enzo. Enzo not letting him go anywhere. Loses the ball. Now Andreas recovers the ball. Trying to make something happen at the 2-point. Makes a 2-point. Nice shot for the Rams. Reliving them. Now only down 10 points. Down 16-26. Aiden with the ball. Pass it to Enzo. Enzo's open. Think about the 3 points. Pass it to Aiden. Aiden to an open Forrest. Forrest shoots a three. Off the rim. That's going to be pushed out, and that will be Orangewood's ball. Now Sager subbing in for Jake. All right, now we got Jalen with the ball for the Rams. Back to Andreas. Andreas not going on the court. Jalen trying to set something up, directing traffic a little bit. Now to number 22. And Dryder open, back to Jalen. Jalen again with the ball. We see him a lot tonight with the ball. Jalen back to Jackson. Jackson back to Tyler. Tyler sinks the three. Wow, what an impressive shot there. Now Saints lead 26-19, closing the gap there. All right, now Sagers to Enzo. Enzo fumbles the ball. It's going to be out. That'll be Orangewood's ball. All right, now we will have number 33, Andreas, to take the ball. Enzo's going to be subbed out of the game for the Saints. All right, Andreas back to Jalen. Jalen now. Half court, back to Andreas. Heavy coverage there by Sager. Sager's not letting him go anywhere, keeping up with him. All right, now to Tyler. Tyler back to Andreas. Andreas stepping in again, but Sager's not allowing him to go anywhere. Same thing with Aiden. On their points tonight, 2 8th graders playing at the junior varsity level for a high school team is impressive. Oh, shoots the 2. That is another 2 for Jalen this evening. Impressive night for him. Saints only leading on 26-21, closing the gap. 5-point game now for the Rams and Saints. Jacob now looking, trying to make something happen. Passes across to Forrest. Forrest not going to shoot the 3. Now heavy coverage there by Jackson. Carson shoots the 2, misses the 2 off his mark a bit there. All right, now we got 22. Oh, Forrest wrapped up there. They're going to call that holding on Orangewood. That'll be Saints ball now. Jacob will have possession. Jacob now with the ball. Getting ready for the play to start. Has time, counting down. Passes across to Sagers. Sagers pass to Aiden. Aiden from the 3, misses the 3. Rebound. Deflected. Refs are going to call that a foul on Forrest. On number 0, Forrest Venable. For some frustration on the play there. Now to Jalen. Jalen back to Andreas. Andreas back to Jalen. Jalen now trying to make a play happen. Orange going to play. Derek on the sideline getting ready to 7 now. All right. Now to, whoa, deflected there by Tyler. Pass was deflected now to Jalen. Now to, now to Ryder. Ryder back to Andreas. Andreas to Jalen. Jalen looking. Try and make something happen. Jalen, heavy coverage again. Not much where the place to go. Back to, oh, that is, whoa. Jackson taken right out of his hands there by number 5, Jacob. Jacob now trying to make something happen. Now Jacob to Sagers, who's open. Aiden for the 3-point. Misses the 3-point. Recovered by Forrest. Forrest on the 2. Makes the 2. Saints now lead 28-21. Getting their groove back again. Now Tyler open. Back in the paint. Pass to Andreas. Andreas cuts in. Now looking. Pass it. Oh, from the 3. Sink the 3. Number 22, Ryder. That's the shot there. Now Sagers back. Saints only lead now 28-24. Sagers now trying to make something happen with 30 seconds on the clock. Aiden to Forrest. Forrest looking. Not much to go. Heavy coverage by Jackson. Gets in there. Shoots the 2. Misses the 2. That's recovered by Jackson. Jackson now to Andreas. Andreas that's broken up by Jacob. Jacob now. That'll be back by Andreas. Andreas now looking. Trying to make something happen here. Jacob shoots the 3. Misses the 3. That'll be recovered by Carson Wiener for the Saints with 4 seconds now remaining on the clock. The ref is going to call that dead. Saints ball now with Jacob back to take the ball. Now Jacob looking. The clock kept on rolling. Some coaches and fans upset about that. However, they're just going to roll with it. 2 seconds left. That is not a fair shake since they did just let the clock go. However, that's the end of the second quarter. Well, we will step away for a little bit. I am Brayden Kells, and you are watching Trinity Prep Sports Network. Thank you.
Yeah, gotta aim for the top like, hello. Yeah, I can never doubt myself, I know better. All of you critics be acting like you know better. Blowing the smoke, but I know when the dust settles that I'm in my element. It's evident that there's levels to the game. All of those dark nights I got them, breaking my back to make it out, got me feeling like rain. I ain't never need your help, I know you wishing me well. A penny for your thoughts, but seeing no change. I snap for the sun like Diddy. The riches got a mad ass son, I'm like Billy. I ain't never switch up, whole team with me. But known for my city like OAGZ. Set the pace as long as you finish. Consumers find a way inside your business. Babble if they try to dabble in it, and they hate the fact that they may have to witness. You tryna aim for the top like this, and you're in your element with a fire like this, and they hoping you fall and they praying you miss, but it's all in the risk. I got you with the switch, you know. I'm in the zone. Give me the throne. One shot, that's all that you got. That's all that I know. Foot on the gas. 155 on the road. You could be a friend of me, an enemy. Keep that same old energy, cause I know I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. Keep that same energy. I'm in my element. Never switch up. Never switch up. Never switch up. Never switch up. I'm in my element.
Hey, Joseph, did you see yourself going to Florida? He's like, I can see myself going to Florida. I'm like, oh my God, that's like a big statement. Is that where you want to go? Is that your? Okay.
Northern school.
Which North school?
We toured over something else.
Yeah, okay.
That medical there.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
thing. Gators medical. They have really good, Halifax. So.
Yep, yep.
I mean, that's the dream, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It's hard to get to US, so.
Incredibly difficult. Yeah. They believe they are the thing. Yeah.
I don't know how much of that I believe. I just think it's also, it's just harder to get into.
Yes, yeah. I think all the Florida Steelers, I mean, that's the challenge, too. Yeah, I mean, Florida State, all of them.
Because my mom's a Florida here.
Yeah.
I applied with my same stuff, but I'm
She really likes, so there are some out of school South Carolina she's looking at, but she hasn't really decided. I mean, it's a big decision, but all of her friends are going to Florida State, so that's where she wants to go.
it's funny. It's
Yeah.
like, if you don't get to Florida or Miami, you go to Florida State.
Exactly, because we're Miami. We're like, go to Miami. She didn't even apply to Miami. Like,
She can make it. So.
Let's go defense, guys. Let's go.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to the second half now of the Trinity Prep Saints versus Orangewood Rams game. Saints with the lead, 28-24. Back to you now. Saints action. Number 32, Justin McCall with the ball. Passes to Sagers. Now set up the play. Jacob trips on the court. Sagers to Jake. Jake from the 3-point. Misses the 3-point. All right, now that rebound's caught by Carson. Carson shoots the 2 points. They're going to call that, though. He will get another attempt at that. We'll get the 3 points. Here we go. 7:37 remaining in the third period. Carson to take the shot. Silence in the crowd. Gets right, bends the knees. Shoots the shot. Misses it. Getting ready to take the second shot. Here we go. No subs so far. Jake and Sagers getting further back now. Shoots the shot again. Makes the second one. Helping the Saints 29-24. All right, we got number 20 now. Going number 20, Jalen. Getting ready. Back to number 3, Andreas. His typical target of the night. Him and Mason. Been big targets. Now back to Mason now. Mason going to the court. Loses the ball. That was recovered by Sagers for the Saints. Now going the other way. Carson with the lane. Oh, that ball is knocked out of his hands. And Jalen is knocked on the ground. Luckily, he is okay. Here we go. Carson slightly hurt there, not getting it, but he's good. Carson will get another shot. Here we go. Get ready. Benzini shoots the shot. Misses the first one. Hey, he has 2, though. He has two. No worries. Getting ready for the second shot. Trying to perfect that for him so he can make it. Silence in the crowd again. Saints leading 29-24, so it was 7-18. Shoots the second shot, misses the second one. Unfortunately, now is recovered by Orangewood to Andreas. Andreas now going down the court. Trying to make something happen. Andreas looking, shoots. Sorry, pass to Mason. Mason across the court to Jalen. Now Jalen looking. Nice pass there by Mason. Good defense by the Saints, though. Especially with Sagers and Jake leading that defense. Especially with Joe2 in the back. Big man. Jalen now back to Andreas. Andreas back to Jalen. Jalen back to Andreas. These two just hot potato. Now Jalen, I can't see. To Tyler. Tyler scores the 2 points for the Rams. You can see there from the ref. Sagers now going down the other way. Sagers looking. Oh, that's intercepted now by Mason. Mason to Jalen. Jalen heavy coverage by Jacob there. Full court press. That's knocked out of his hand, so he does recover it. Now looking. Pass to Andreas. Andreas stepping in. Right at the 3-point. Should be a travel, but they shoot from the 3-point. Misses it. 6:15 on the clock. Saints ball now. Saints lead 29-26. Nice lead, but it was bigger. Saints are starting to fall apart there towards the end of the second half, but they did fix it. Here we go. Joe to Jacob. Jacob now going in the guard. Shoots from the 2 points. Misses it. Now it's recovered by Tyler. Tyler to Jalen now for the Rams. Jalen the other way. Down to wide open Andreas. Andreas steps in the paint. Shoots the layup. Misses it. Back to, whoa. This is again. It's recovered by Joe. Joe now to Sagers. Sagers, whoa, pushed out of bounds. That'll be Orangewood ball. All right, now number 33. Andreas to take the ball. Andreas to Tyler. Tyler back to Jalen. Jalen passes to Mason. Mason back to Andreas. Andreas steps in the paint. Heavy defense there. That'll be jump ball. Going Orangewood ball. Here, sorry, Saints ball here. Number 5, Jacob with the ball. Jacob looking, pass it to Sagers. Sagers now trying to set up a play, going down the court. Sagers making something happen now. To Jacob. Jacob. Oh, that's deflected, intercepted now by number 15, Tyler. Tyler to Jalen now. Jalen going down the court. Jalen looking for Mason. Passes to Mason. Mason now looking back to Jalen. Jalen. Oh, back to Tyler, not back to Andreas. Andreas to Jalen. The iconic duo at this point. Now to Mason. Mason back to Jalen. Jalen back to Andreas. Again. Jalen back to, Andreas back to Jalen. Now to Tyler. Misses the 2 points. Sell out of bounds. That'll be Saints ball going the other way. Number 5. Jacob now has the ball. Jacob now, you ready? Pass it to Jake. A heavy pass. Luckily, does catch it. Trying to set up a play there. Mason tripped up a little bit. Back to Carson. Carson now. Back to Jacob. Jacob looking. Fakes it. Oh, picked off by Mason. What an impressive one-handed catch there. Now trying to set the defense. Mason going the other way. Oh, screen there set by number 22 by his Ryder. Nice screen there by Ryder. Now go the other way. Sagers with the ball. Shoots the 2 points. Impressive there. Now up 31-26. Now Jalen has the ball for the Rams. Now going down the other way for the court to Andreas. Andreas to Jalen. Jalen back to Mason. Mason to Jalen. Jalen back to Andreas. Andreas back to Jalen. Jalen to Tyler. Tyler to Mason. Shoots the 3. Misses the 3. Bit off his mark there. Recovered by Sagers. Heavily contested. Haven't called anything. Sagers in a little bit of pain there. Getting up a little slowly. Limping on his leg. Needs to be subbed in. You're going to sub in Aiden now for Sagers. Clearly in pain after that play. Should have been a foul there on Orangewood. Jalen the ball to Andreas. Andreas back to Jalen. Jalen shoots from the 3. Sinks the 3 points for Orangewood Christian. An impressive shot there by Jalen. Quite the playmaker. Oh, Aiden to Jake. Jake now going on court to Joe. Joe back to Jake. Quick little handoff there. Back Jake. Oh, deflected to Aiden. Aiden steps in the paint. Shoots the 2 points. Misses it. It will be pushed out of bounds. Still going Saints ball though. 3:53 on the clock. 3 in the third period. Saints lead 39-29. Definitely a closer game than what it was starting out the game. Jacob passes it to Joe. Joe to Jake. Jake back to Jacob. Now it's a little hot on the hands there. Cannot bring it down. Now, whoa, to wide open Jalen, but he fumbles the pass, so he will have to regroup. Pass it back to Andreas. Andreas tries to shoot. Now to Jacob. Jacob fighting for the ball. Oh, Mace has the ball again. Mace to 2 points. Game is now tied, 31-31. Coach is now clearly frustrated for the Saints and their JV team. As a timeout, we will now step away. I'm Brayden Cowles, and you're watching the Trinity Prep Sports Network. gentlemen, we're now back in the third quarter. Saints lead 31 to, sorry, game is tied 31 to 31. Orangewood Christian coming to this game was 2-3, and the Saints are 2-2. So far, it's been quite the game. The Saints led quite early in the game, and now are falling. Now tied in the third quarter, the third period, I mean. Enzo back in the game. Passes to Aiden. Aiden back to Enzo. Enzo trying to make something happen. Enzo on the clock. Aiden now across the court. Joe on the other side. Oh, that's deflected to Jake now. He does recover it. Gives it to Carson. Carson blocked by the defense. Incredible play there by Tyler Thompson. Wow. Quite the game it's been. All right, now Saints ball. Enzo back to take the ball. Enzo getting ready to look. He looks. Pass it to Joe. Deflected. Now going the other way. It's a wide open lane. Andre's going down the court. Missed the layup, but they are going to call it, and that'll be 2 shots for Andreas. 2 free points. 2 free throws. Number 33, Andreas back to take it. Getting ready. Lowers the knees. Shoots the shot. Misses it. Now, Andres will have a second shot. Game still tied, 31-31. Andreas getting ready. Bends the knees. Shoots the shot. Bangs the second one. Now Rams lead 32-31. Enzo to Jake. Jake looking back to Joe. Joe now getting on the court. Joe trying to make something happen. Joe passes back to Aiden. Aiden looking. Aiden. Coach is trying to communicate for both Saints and the Rams. Enzo now faking. 2:44 remain. Aiden back to Jake. High pass there. He does jump up and catch it. To Joe. Joe steps in. That is deflected bobble and out of bounds. That will be still though Saints ball. We will now have Enzo back to take the ball again. Sager's getting ready to come back in now. From the 3. Missed the 3. That's recovered by now. Oh, picked up by Carson. Now going the other way. Back to Aiden. Aiden trying to make something happen. Aiden looking. To Jake. Jake. Trying to make something happen again. 2:15 remain. To Aiden. Off 3 points. Misses that again. Oh, and we get the 2 points finally from Carson Wiener. Now Saints lead 33-32. 2 minutes on the clock in the third period. Now Jalen again. This kid's been on fire tonight, making all of his majority of his shots. Quite an impressive night for the young man. Oh, deflected now. Luckily caught by Enzo. Now down to Aiden. Aiden, 2-man to beat. Steps in. Shoots it. Oh, misses it. Should be a foul. However, they're not going to call that. A little surprising in my opinion. But we now have Enzo with the ball. Enzo steps in, gives it to Aiden. Aiden to Carson. Carson to Joe. Joe fakes it, shoots it, misses the 3. Gets the rebound, misses the 2 again. All right, now Jalen going down the court to Enzo. Oh, sorry, to Tyler, but it was deflected. Now back. Ball still alive. Jalen with the ball. 1:30 remaining. Now back to Mason. Mason stepping in, shoots, misses it. Shoots again now from 22. Ryder misses it again. Now to Enzo. Enzo back to Aiden. Aiden now going down the court. Back to Jake. Jake to Carson. Carson hops on top of it, gets it though. Now Jake looking, trying to make something happen. Jake trying to direct some traffic. Aiden going across. Gives him open. Now Aiden, luckily does catch the ball. However, if our past 55 remaining now, the guy makes something happen here. The waning minute of this period. Shoots from the 3. Misses the 3. That's recovered now by Mason going the other way for the Rams. Has a way. Gives it to Tyler. Tyler to Andres. Andres, screen by Joe. Should be called a travel, however, they will not call that. And Andres will get 2 free throws. 2 free throws for Andres. Some unhappy fans over that call from the Saints side. Andres now getting ready to shoot his shot. 37 seconds remaining to the minutes clock start. He does make the first one. Game now tied 33-33. Subbing in now for Forrest for Carson.
Good job, Carson.
All right, now Andreas again to take the shot. Andreas, dribble, spins the ball, shoots it, misses it, makes the first one, misses the second one. Now Jake to Forrest going down the court, Forrest to Enzo to Joe. Joe fumbles it, but he does recover now at the 3-point. Back to Enzo trying to make something happen. Heavy coverage there by Mason. Across the court to Aiden to Jake to Aiden shoots from the 3. Misses the 3 again. Now going down Andreas with the lane. He's been on fire right next to Jalen. Now back to 22. That's Ryder from the 3. Misses the 3, a little short on that. Now Andreas misses the 3, and that will be the end of the third period. Thank you so much for watching Trinity Prep Sport Network. I am Brayden Kells.
Yeah, gotta aim for the top like. Hold up. Yeah, I can never doubt myself, I know better. All of you critics be acting like you know better. Blowing the smoke, but I know when the dust settles that I'm in my element. It's evident that there's levels to the game. All of those dark nights I got then, breaking my back to make it out, got me feeling like rain. I ain't never need your help, I know you wishing me well. A penny for your thoughts, but seeing no change. I snap for the sun like Diddy. The riches got a mad ass son, I'm like Billy. I ain't never switch up, whole team with me. But known for my city like OAGs. Set the pace as long as you finish. Consumers find a way inside your business. Babble if they try to dabble in it, and they hate the fact that they may have to witness. You try to aim for the top like this, and you're in your element with a fire like this, and they hoping you fall and they praying you miss, but it's all in the risk. I got you with the switch, you know. I'm in the zone. Give me the throne. One shot, that's all that you got. That's all that I know. Foot on the gas. 155 on the road. You could be a friend of me, an enemy. Keep that same old energy, cause I know I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. Keep that same energy. I'm in my element. Never switch up. Never switch up. Never switch up. Never switch up. I'm in my element.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're now back for the fourth period of quite the thriller. Saints-Rams tied 33-33. Jalen now, the ball. Jalen passes it to Andreas. Andreas back to Jalen. Jalen from the 3. Misses the 3. Rare for him. Recovered by now Joe. Joe to Enzo. Enzo going down the court. Back to, the deflect out of bounds. Still going Saints' way, though, because it's deflected by Jalen. What we will now have Enzo subbing out again with Jake. Yep, Jake. Take the ball. Jake. Get ready. All right. Now we will have holding, I believe, on the Saints. All right, so we will have now Jake again back with the ball. Oh, back to Sagers now. Far from the 3-point line. Now to Aiden. Aiden looking to Forrest from the 3. It's a 3 rebound. Caught by number 20, now Jalen. Wasn't really showing Jackson, but now Jalen has the ball. Going back. Back to Andreas. Andreas to Tyler. Tyler to Jalen. Jalen, again, man of the night for the Rams. They've been on fire. Same thing with Joseph for the Saints. Been also on fire. Now, in trouble. Pass it back to Jalen. That was Ryder there in trouble. Tyler shoots the 2, misses it. A little short. Now Jake with the ball going the other way, looking for his usual, which is Sagers. However, there's a wide open Aiden as well. Aiden across to Sagers. Now Sagers steps into the paint. Now shoots out Aiden from the 3. Missed the 3 again. That'll be now Orangewood ball going in with 6:50 remaining on the clock. Tied 33-33 in the fourth. Number 33 is back to take the ball for Rams. Now back to Andreas. Pass that to Jalen. Now back to Jalen again. Jalen to Tyler. Tyler back to Andreas. Andreas back to Jalen. Jalen pass it to Ryder. Ryder going in. Ryder back to Jalen. Jalen back to Tyler. Tyler now heavily contested there. Now Sagers has possession going the other way. Now Sagers. Not as much coverage now, but there was a lot earlier. Now to Jake. Jake to Joe for the 3. Misses the 3. Jake now steps in. Also misses the 2. That's recovered by number 20. Jalen Osborne for the Rams. Now to Andreas. Andreas steps in the paint. Try to make something happen. Shoots the ball. Misses it again. Now Joe. Back passes to Jake. Heavy passer. Luckily is caught. Jake now going down. Looking for Joe. Oh, pass it to Joe. Joe does catch with the no-look pass. Missed the layup, though. Now to Jalen. Jalen going back down the court. Jalen trying to make something happen. Jalen to Jackson. Jackson makes a layup. Breaks the tie. Rams now lead 35-33 with 5:30 remaining in the fourth. Now Jacob. Sorry, not Jacob. Jake now to Aiden. Aiden back to Sagers with a lane. Sagers steps back. Gives it to Jake. Jake. Oh. Too high on the 3 there. Bit off his mark. Now, Jalen to, oh, Ryder for the 3. Misses the 3. Rebound caught. Push out of bounds. Saints ball. Now, subbing in Joe for Carson Wiener. Now we will have a timeout. We will have a timeout called by, I believe that was the Rams coach. I'll step away. This is Brayden Kells, and you're watching Trinity Prep Sports Network. All right, back from the timeout now. Rams now leading 35-33. Jake to take the ball for the Saints. Start the drive. Jake now with the ball. Looking for someone open. Passes it to Sagers. Sagers contested down by Jalen. Jalen getting some great coverage there. Carson on the screen. Jalen's not fooling. I'll go to the court. Sagers steps back to the 3. Try and get some room to breathe. Pass it to high pass to Carson. Now back to him. Whoop, from the 3, misses the 3 again. Aiden has been off his mark tonight. Not making a single 3. Forrest with the rebound recover. I push. We will now get 2 free throws. 2 free throws for Forrest Venable for the Saints. Great for Saints there. Oh. Going with 4:53 remaining. Rams have, oh, never mind. No free points. Back in play now. Sagers with the 2, makes the 2. Game tied again, 35-35. Andre's back to take the ball. Gives it to Jalen. Jalen now looking. Trying to make something happen. Taking his time going down the court. Now, back to Andres. Back to Jalen. Back to Andres again. Andres back to Jalen. Jalen for the 3. Sinks the 3 points. Rams now lead 38-35. An impressive shot again for Jalen. He's been on fire tonight. Now Sagers, another kid's been a great, not only offensive but defensive player with the ball again. Now back to Forrest, sinks the 2 points. Now it's a 1-point differential. Rams up 38-37. Andre's out with possession again. Going down the court. Back to Jalen. Jalen back to Andreas. Andreas back to Jalen. Now the usual. Now back to Ryder. Ryder back to Jalen. Jalen. Tyler shoots from the 2 points. Gets the 2 points. Rams now lead 40-37. Now Carson back to Jake. Jake now looking, trying to make something happen. Jake to Aiden. Aiden going the other way. Now back to Sagers. Sagers looking. Sagers. Heavy coverage there now. Back to Forrest. Not real much room to go. Sagers that will roll out of bounds, and that will be Orangewood Rams ball. Saints starting to fall apart a little bit now, down 3 points in the fourth quarter with 3:30 remaining on the clock. Now, number 33 will have the ball. Now he'll pass it back to Jalen. Again, usual for him. Now it's a Ryder. Ryder back to Jalen. Jalen back to Andres. Back to Jalen. Back to Ryder. Ryder back to Andres. Across the court. Oh, broken up. Carson now has the ball for the Saints. Alive in there. Alive in the game there for them. Jake now to him. Oh, fakes the three. Back across to Sagers from the three. Misses the three off the backboard. Hey, makes the 2 points though. Saints do not come up empty-handed on that. Now Saints are only down by 1 point. Rams lead 40-39. Now to Andreas. Now to Jalen. Jalen for the three. Misses the three. Rare for him. Now back to Ryder. They do recover that rebound. Saints need to be on that rebound. They want to win this game now, down 1 point with 2:43 remaining in the fourth period. Now, time for the Saints to hustle if they want to get this back going. Only 1 point differential though. Much will do it.
Get in front of him.
All right.
In front of him.
Now Jalen with the ball, a dangerous character for them. Now to Tyler. Tyler back to Mason. Mason back to a wide open Jalen with a 3-point shot. Misses it off the rim. But they missed that again. However, they will get 2 free throws due to a foul on the Saints. I believe that's Mason there to take the two throws. What do you call it? Free throws. Free throws. Yep. Okay, it was free throws. All right, now shoots the first one, misses it. Good for the Saints, keeping it alive. 1 point left, 2:35. This will restart the drive. It is vital for the Saints to get the ball back here. Even if Mason does make this, they need to get the ball back. I repeat, they need to get the ball back. Loud from the crowd here. Shoots it, misses it again. All recovered by Joe. Drives alive again. Now Jake going down the court. Jake looking to make something happen. Back to Aiden. Aiden now to Jake. Jake fakes. Looks. Oh, Sagers. Too hot off the hands. They're going to call that. That'll be Saints ball, though, due to the hit. Complaining too much. Ref is getting a little frustrated over there. On to Jake. Jake back to Sagers. Sagers back to Jake. Now Joe. Oh, throw it back in. Back to Tyler now. Intercepted. Oh, and he has a wide open lane. However, he has to regroup. Andreas, a lot of pressure there from the three. Tyler sinks the 3 points. Now up 43-39 in the waning 2 minutes. Timeout now behind the Saints to try to regroup. See what they can do with the remaining 2 minutes now, down by a good bit. With only, that's out. We will step away for a second. I'm Brayden Calzi, and you are watching Trinity Prep Sports Network. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're now back. Fourth period action. 2:08 on the clock. Saints ball down 39-43. Try and make something happen here. Here we go now. Jake to Sagers. Sagers standing up. Down the court. Back to Forrest from the three. Misses the three. That is now recovered by Mason. Mason to Andreas. Andreas with control. They should not rush this. Now to Jalen. Jalen trying to make something happen. Jalen directing traffic a little bit. Jalen now to Red. That is intercepted now by Joseph. Now to Sagers. Sagers trying to direct Jake a little bit. Pass it to Jake. Now telling Aiden where to go. Aiden looking. Aiden's open. Pass it to Aiden. Pass is now complete. Aiden to Jake. Jake to Sagers. Sagers looking. Back to Jake. Jake trying to direct some traffic. Only 1:39 on the clock now. They have to make something happen. They have to be quick. Not much is happening. Still waiting with 1:30 on the clock. Down 39-43. Aiden to Sagers. Sagers to Forrest. Forrest steps in. Forrest. They're going to call it, though. So they'll get 2 free throws. It is vital that they make these 2 shots to keep their drive alive. If they make the 2, that'll be now a 2-point game and a lot more doable than a 4-point game with such time remaining. 125 is not much, but if they do make these 2 throws, if Forrest makes these 2 throws, this would be quite helpful. He missed the first one. He misses the first one. He still has a chance, though, to make the other one. If he makes the other one, this will be good for the Saints. Forrest. Hey, not to mention this, but Forrest has been quite the player tonight. And he makes the second one. Needs some time to regroup. Mason now with the ball. Be swatted out of bounds. Still going. Still going. Orangewood way. However, I don't know. Maybe just stop the clock for him. I don't know why he decided to do that. That'll be another timeout by the Saints. I'm Brayden Kells, and you're watching Trinity Sports Network. We will step away for a second. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we are stepping back at that timeout. 1:24 remaining in the 4th period of the game. Saints down by 3 points. 1 3-pointer can make the game tie again for the Saints. However, the Rams with the possession. So Rams can keep this. Should be an easy win for them. However, definitely taking a lot of guys back there. Now, Mason, they need to give more pressure on him. Andreas passes to Jalen. Jalen now. 2-man coverage now. That's 2-man coverage. 2-man coverage. Timeout. Timeout now taken by Orangewood. Great play there. Great call there by Jalen to take the timeout there, because if he let that go out of bounds, that would have been Saints' possession, giving them an ample amount of time. But there are only 30 seconds. Oh, sorry, this is only a 30-second timeout, so I will just keep on talking for you guys. So, again, recap of this game so far. Jalen, number 20. Jalen has had quite the night. I mean, really, it's been phenomenal for him. And for the Saints, we've had players like Enzo Quada making right there. I mean, a great defensive play. But also people like Sagers Williams also making other great plays. Forrest Venable, the person you need for rebounds. And then you have players like Joseph McCall, who always make the 2 points, even a couple 3 points tonight. You know, really just keeping the game alive, doing quite well. So now 1:09 remain in the 4th quarter. Trying to make something happen here. Saints need 3 points to tie the game. And here we go. Number 22 now with the ball. Enzo on the defense. Back to him again. Andreas, man. They're on that ball. Trying to make something happen. Andreas still remain possession, though. So I believe they're going to call that jump ball. Another timeout. Well, folks, I would like to say I have more to talk about other than just giving our players credit over and over again. So we will step away for a second. Thank you so much. right, everyone. Final seconds here of the fourth period. 10 seconds left on that timeout now. It'll be Orangewood ball. They're trying to drain out those seconds. 1:01 on the clock now. Jalen to Tyler. Tyler back to Mason. Mason steps in. Fumbles that. Ryder back to Jalen. Jalen stepping back. Jalen trying to make something happen. Two-man coverage. Oh, and that is going to be called a foul again on 4. Second for him of the night. However, that was a great defensive play. Personal opinion, do not believe it should have been a foul, but you know, the refs do what they want. Now, for us, will be subbed out, I believe. Jalen going down. Oh, jeez. They're going to call that now. This is giving Saints hope with 40 seconds remaining, down 3 points in the fourth. Again, 3-pointer will do it. That's all they need to tie the game. However, it's Orange with ball. Andre's back. 38 seconds now remaining. Jalen now. Oh, missed the pass. Joe with the ball. Now to Jake. Jake to, whoa. Whoa. Sager's trying to keep the ball in bounds. They're deflected. Recovered by Jalen. They're going to pause the ball. That will be Orangewood possession with 23 seconds remaining in the game. However, I believe they're calling another holding foul on the Saints. Another foul on the Saints. It's okay though. Saints trying to come back together now. All he needs a 3-pointer to seal the game. Not even seal the game, just tie it up. That's all they need. However, number 20, their best shooter by far, will get 2 points here. 2 free throws. He shoots the first one, misses it. Again, Jalen's on fire tonight, but let's see if we can make the second one. If he makes the second one, this will seal the game for Orangewood. With the win, he shoots it, and he misses it, keeping the game alive. Jake with the ball now. 26, but they're going to call it. That's going to be a timeout by the Saints. Winning an amazing play there. The clock should be reset to 20 seconds. 20, 21, 23, all numbers I've heard from the crowd. We'll see what they call. If they play with the 15 seconds, that should be unfair since the timeout was called at 20 seconds. I will not step away for this break because we need to figure out what is happening here. And then once we figure out, we can maybe step away. But, you know, well, so far tonight, it's been quite the eventful game, but I'm just thinking to myself, I mean, the clock operators need to be on top of this. This is how games can kind of get away from themselves. Oh, yeah, let's take a look at this replay now. Sager's now with the timeout. Clock clearly, let's go back on this replay clip here. Clock, timeout, clearly at least 22 seconds remaining, 22, 21 seconds. So they will generously give them 20 seconds on the clock. So we'll see what happens now, but let's get back to the action now. 20 seconds. Oh yeah, sorry, 20.2 seconds remain on the clock. I believe it's, Saints ball. Carson now with it. Trying to make something happen. Now to Aiden. Aiden, 20 seconds. Now to Jake. Jake looks. Sagers shoots. Misses it. Let's recover. I believe that's going to be game. 7 seconds on the clock now. It will be white ball. However, they're going to call it Orangewood ball. Wait, no. It will be white ball. They will have another shot to tie up this game. If they can tie up this game, we will go into some overtime here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what they decide to call them. Call has still not been finalized. Still trying to wait it out. Subbing in Jacob now to the game. Jacob with the ball. Looking, trying to make something happen. 3, jump ball. Sagers trying to make something happen. 6 seconds on the clock. Sagers, nowhere to go. 3. 3. Oh, and that is game. Ladies and gentlemen, your final score is Orangewood Rams 43, Trinity Prep Saints 20 points. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Saints will fall. Orangewood has won. I'm Brayden Kells, and you are watching Trinity Prep Voice. But wait just a second, ladies and gentlemen. Wait just a second now. Refs are having to decide if there is a timeout called with 2 seconds on the clock. They're going to give them the time. They're going to give them the time. This game is not over yet. This game is not over. Let's take a look at this replay, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Hold on. Here we go. Replay now. Timeout. Let's look at the coach here. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Timeout called at 2 seconds. 2 seconds. That should be enough time, clearly. They take a look at the replay. Can we show them the replay? Can we show them the replay? Hey, we have replay. We have replay.
I got replay right
Hey, replay right here. Try to show him that there are clearly 2 seconds on the clock when he does call timeout. Should be 2 seconds on the clock. They will give him the 2 seconds. Wow, quite the eventful night there. Last minute of this game has been super long. 2 seconds. It's enough time to at least get one more three-pointer off. And that, if they can get the three-pointer, that will tie up the game. I mean, let's look at this. There should be now not 2 seconds, but 2.2 seconds on the clock, since you can clearly see his hands start 2.2. 2.2. Unfortunately, they are not going to listen to us, so just have to see here. All right, let's see how this one goes. Pull up Max Paps again. Let's take a look. Wow, okay. 2 seconds on the clock. Let's see what the Saints can do. Jacob with possession. Jacob has the ball. 2 seconds. 1-1. That will be game. Unfortunate end. Rams win 43-40. Saints fall. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the game tonight. I am Brayden Kells, and you are watching Trinity Prep Sports Network.